Okay, in this video I'm going to be putting together the board. And I'm going to start with these resistors here. The 3 here, 3 here, 3 here and 3 here, all horizontal, all the same value. And they're 330 ohms, which are the orange, orange, black, black, brown resistors. So just bend them over like that. Pop it in and bend the leg over, and I like to give them a trim. You don't have to trim them now, but I like to. Okay, so I've installed the 330 ohm resistors. Now I'm going to install the 10k ohm resistors. Now I'm going to install the capacitors. The capacitors have the negative side marked here, and that corresponds with the negative band there. And there's a little plus there too, so make sure they go the right way around. Now the LEDs, these are red, green, blue LEDs, and they are common cathode, and the long lead there, that's the cathode. The long lead corresponds to that box around there, and there, and there, and there. So when we put them in, we line up the long lead, and then we bend the legs across. And then we pop it in like that. And make sure that the pins go into the frontmost set of holes. All of these other holes here are not used when you're using the RGB LEDs. Now, if you're just using regular LEDs, you can put you've got the common all along the bottom there, so you can use regular LEDs instead of the red, green, blue LEDs. Now this is the infrared LED, and you'll notice that there's a long leg and a short leg, and if you look really closely, one side of it here is chopped off, whereas the other side has a nice rounded edge. So the rounded edge goes onto this side, and you can see in the diagram there's the edge is still there, and so the long leg goes to the edge of the board. I'll bend the legs. Oops. And these are the light dependent resistors, or LDRs. Just bend them across like that. Pop them in. Now this IC pin has a little notch there, and that corresponds with that notch there. You pop it in, turn it over, and bend the legs across so it doesn't fall out. Just the four corners is all you need to do. And now the diode has a mark along the side there, which corresponds to that mark there. So make sure that's the right way around. Now another capacitor. This capacitor is not polarized, so it can go either way. And this is the infrared receiver. It's got a point forwards. This little push button switch. Get in here. And the regular switch goes in there. Slider switch. And I'll bend the legs over as best I can. And the plug goes in there. Now, this socket actually goes on the underside of the board, and you only need this socket if you use the official Pickaxe download cable. We're going to be using the 9-pin D plug. And before I put the other chips in, I'm going to do some soldering, and that's going to be in the next video.